Hello! Welcome back to Story Reckless. I am Nathan. I will be your DM this evening. I use he, him pronouns. And let's pass it on over to our players for their introductions.
My name is Claire. My pronouns are they, them. I continue to play Kidam, half-elf grave cleric.
Half.
Elf.
And my name is Olive. I use she and they pronouns, and I'm playing Lovelace, Centaur Troglodyte.
Wow, okay. I was not expecting that one.
We're underground. We keep going underground. This isn't where centaurs live.
But, you're in a D&D world.
Dungeons. I see. Where are the dragons?
Yeah.
Well, we know that there's one around here.
Yeah, you fit one, sort of.
All right, I guess so.
It's kind of a dead one, but yeah. Anyways,
Kind of dead.
It was slightly shoddy.
Yeah.
Gently used. Well loved.
So with that, let's do a quick little recap here, and then we'll jump right back into the story. So last time, as Kadam and Lovelace found themselves back at Candlekeep, fleeing from a warband of gnolls, they were able to seek refuge within the walls of Candlekeep. Unfortunately, the inn within Candlekeep, known as the Hearth, is overflowing with people who are also fleeing from the warband and just guests in general. As a result, they had to go into the library connected to a smaller library connected to the Hearth in the basement, known as the Firefly Cellar. Upon going into this place, you found yourself in this kind of cylindrical library cellar and had a night's rest and met the residents within. You met the elven scribe, Varnier, the human, also a scribe working under Varnier named Ebder, his daughter Galeby, the cook slash caretaker of the Fireflies named Crinkle, the Kenku, and the tabaxi named Cthulhu, who is here doing research. Got to know all these people, had a lovely night's rest, met Galeby, who was singing a nice little song, and wouldn't you know it, the next morning everybody was singing that song, and you soon discovered that this was some sort of curse, a singing curse that Vanir knew about from over 600 years ago that drove those mad who heard it. Unfortunately, she doesn't know how it got resolved, only that everyone who contracted it was quarantined, which is what you all are doing now, in a lot of ways.
Too soon.
Yeah. As you started to uncover the what you could about this curse, trying to find what you could to solve the problem, hopefully cure it, Lovelace heard a singing grow in a crescendo, and as you went into a room, you found Ebder, the human scribe, on the floor, shaking, wide-eyed, almost paralyzed. Kadam came in to try to help. Eventually, the singing subsided, and Ebder was shivering and weak as the temperature in the entire library dropped to a frigid cold. You all gathered around the stove in the kitchen, and Crinkle lit it for warmth, and you were all huddled around there, trying to get the warmth back into your bodies as the temperature drops within. And with that, we will pick up from there as the two of you continue to try to figure out what to do with all of this happening around you. So, what do you want to do as you find yourself standing here with everybody? You have Vanir, Cthulhu, Crinkle, Galeby, Ebder, Manfred, Redwin, all gathered around this stove. Yeah.
You may be wondering why we gathered you here today.
Are you saying that to everybody in the room?
Yeah, are you?
Lovely.
Yeah, let's go with that. That's a good opening.
Manfred kind of looks, aren't we here because of all of these things happening in here?
Yes. But also, Kidam has discovered something through their magic. apparently the key to solving this is somewhere here in this basement.
Renwin looks over at you, Lovelace, the small little gnome. Wait, I thought that was just like Kadam practicing a parlor trick. Was that real?
Yeah, that was real. I think it weren't that good because I've never done it before. Um, Also, I'm not much of a performer, but
I thought it was great the way the things moved around. And Redwin, please.
um, but yeah, I believe that whatever we need to break the curse, cure ourselves, whatever that might be, is here within our reach.
Our best guess is that it's connected to a book, perhaps, or the renovations. What else would have changed to uncover something from 600 years ago?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the big question.
Veneer looks at you, Kadam. I'm sorry. I just need to. How do you know? How do you know this? I know you spoke that you were able to have some arcane magic abilities,
No,
but
it ain't arcane.
Oh.
It's spiritual.
I see. Uh, so you're God then?
Yeah, I guess. I'm still working some stuff out, but I believe so. Yes.
I see. Well, the only thing that I can think of that's perhaps changed is, I mean, we've brought some books into here to be restored.
Maybe take a look at those.
Yes, I can head over
Was
to
any
the.
of them brought in by this person, perhaps, 600 years ago?
I don't know. We've had many books brought in to be repaired. We do repairs here and rebindings, things like that.
Right.
Specifically, what do these renovations entail? Is it architectural? Have some walls been knocked down somewhere?
Oh, well, we've removed some statues on the top level that were too. They're very worn down, unseemly a bit. Other than that, it's mainly been replacing bookshelves that are worn out, and repairing the books that are stored here that have been forgotten and neglected. We have a bindery upstairs as well as a scriptorium for the books that are far beyond repair. Ebder, actually. Ebder, my dear, are you alright? No. Right, so, as I was saying, Ebder, he works in the scriptorium to actually replace books entirely if they're far beyond repair. Might be worth looking in those areas.
Does Galeby ever go up there? Perhaps play with the materials? She was the first one to start humming.
Gilby
follows.
Gilby pulls herself into her dad and kind of tries to get herself behind, and Ebder just is stroking her hair. It's okay, Gilby. You're not in trouble. I generally speaking, no, Gilby's not allowed in those areas. She leans down close to Gilby. Gilby, were you anywhere you weren't supposed to be? Are you sure? No, I didn't go anywhere it wasn't supposed to go.
All right. We can check. What was it, the scriptorium you said?
Yes, the scriptorium is where we replace books. That's where Ebder is mainly does his work.
All right.
Is that where the books that were brought in to be restored currently are?
I believe some of them are actually in the bindery at the moment. Um, I believe I remember a collection in there. I could go check if you all want to check the bindery.
It seems like a good thing for maybe Dom and I to go and check out, poke around. If you want to come with us, we'd welcome a guide.
Uh, I will. I will go. I will lead you upstairs, and then I will go inspect the bindery. I can point you to the scriptorium.
All right.
Okay, so you all want to head up to upstairs with.
Yeah, I'll probably swing by my room and pull out my hat, my beanie, because it's cold.
Yeah.
Maybe put on another shirt. I don't know.
Yeah, easy enough as you go into your room and gather your supplies. Manfred comes in behind you as well and is looking a bit concerned. Kidam, what are we doing here? Could we not just leave?
I mean, I very much would like to go home. I recognize that we are just taking Barnier's word for this. Barnier, excuse me. She seems earnest and honest, though, and I don't think we should endanger other people unnecessarily.
Yeah, all right. I guess there's probably some modicum of truth to what's going on. I definitely can't stop singing this damn song. Right, okay, I'm going to stay in the kitchen.
Sure.
Okay. Lovelace, do you want to do anything as Kadam is off getting their clothes?
I'm working my way up the stairs,
Okay.
slowly and steady.
Okay. So
They'll catch up.
You all with Vernier and that song just ever present in your minds, and the whole way up and down the hall as you're walking through this place, all three of you find yourselves humming this song as you go along. Okay. Let me move y'all out to here. So you walk out into that main chamber where you can see the big table and the little 6 study areas that are present there. Above is that large sculpture just dangling high above you, and the stairway directly across. But Veneer points to the north on the map. She points over to her left. If you can just head in straight through that door there, it'll take you right into the bindery. I'll just be right here, and she points to the right, right across the way. I'll inspect what may be within there. I'm sorry, that's the scriptorium over there. I'll be in the bindery over here.
All right.
Best of luck to you. And she heads off.
Okay.
So, stepping into this room.
Ooh, this is cozy.
Oh, yes. Stepping.
Kidam, do you know the difference between a bindery and scriptorium? I was just kind of nodding along here. They just seem like book places to me.
Yeah. Well, the scriptorium you write stuff, and a bindery you bind stuff. That's what I got. There might be finer distinctions.
As you walk into this room, you find yourself standing in this kind of semi-large room with these 3 writing desks at the back wall. There are little fireflies out of their jars that are just lazily drifting through this area. Excuse me. You can see there is a sheepskin rug which is beneath each of the desks, and on one of the desks rests a book beside a stack of paper, along with a stoppered ink jar and a porcupine quill. Another desk has a leather case on it, and a moldering tapestry hangs off-center on the west wall. To the southeast, you can see there is this wood-paneled wall with a closed door set into it. There's a weak yellow glow that emanates out from under the door, and you can see there is a padlock on the door as well. Yeah, so this is the room you find yourselves in. And as you are standing in here, as you were standing in here, looking at this space, suddenly all the fireflies flicker out, in the and behind you as well, out in the main library. Everything goes dark.
Now, why does that happen?
That's ominous. Are they reacting to us?
They haven't previously.
They were a little bit. Back there in the hallways, when that one was having their humming attack, all of them went darker.
Yeah.
Are they all just completely black?
Yep, they've all just turned off.
Well, I'm gonna cast light just because that's emotionally reassuring.
I'd like to inspect one of them once we get light back. Just like,
One of the fireflies.
yeah, what's it doing? Is it just crawling around being a bug, but not glowing?
Make a perception check.
Gladly. That's a 7.
You were having a really hard time finding a firefly, but you do spot one. I mean, there's a lot of them. You see one crawling on the wall, and I mean, it's just crawling on the wall. It's just its little butt is off.
It's not dead.
No.
Okay.
You do hear from behind you, Veneer call out, "Is everything all right over there?" And you can see these like 3 little, or no, actually, does she? Yeah, you can see these 3 little like glowing orbs just kind of hanging above her hand that are just orbiting each other, as she looks out into the darkened room.
Yeah, we're all right. Just old fireflies went out again.
Yes, I notice. All right.
They do that a lot?
No, they don't. All right. Well, let me know if you find anything. And she turns and heads back into the room.
Look around for dilapidated books.
Okay.
Anything that looks particularly weird?
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check as you're searching this room.
I'm just going to let my 7 ride. I don't think Lovelace is particularly helpful.
17.
17? The only thing you really see that kind of like, I guess the only book in the room right now is that old leather book resting on one of the desks.
Right.
And then other than that, there's just, the tools that are on the desks. There's the tapestry on the wall and the other door.
I'll take a look at the book.
Okay.
What is its title?
You go over to it and you see this like leather book is peeling and falling apart, and as you go to pick it up and like open it to inspect the title, the cover actually kind of just falls off.
Oh. All right.
The title is worn away. You can't even see what the title is, and the pages within they appear to be water damaged. And you can see off to the side there's that stack of papers, and in very neat writing, it looks like someone has been trying their best to transcribe whatever was in this book.
Mm-hmm. I mean, do I recognize the language?
It's written in common.
All right.
Yeah. I just have to acknowledge the tardigrade. That's great.
Yeah.
Also, hi, Anim5. I don't know if we've seen you before.
Don't think
Welcome.
so.
Thanks for watching. Yeah, so the book, it honestly, as you're kind of carefully trying to thumb through the pages, it's incredibly worn and hard to read.
Okay.
If you, let me see here.
What is the copy? Like, can I get an impression of what the copy is about? From the copy?
You going through the copy, you do find a title. You didn't notice it at first because it was kind of written small, like it was just taking note. It looks like this book used to be called Travels with My Elm Staff. And kind of looking at some of the writing, it looks like it's a tale about trails through the Trollback Forest. And you do see a note that the person taking the copy believes that the author is someone who is a mage by the name of Torthin Vandalar.
Have we heard that name?
I don't think so.
Vandalar.
But you do take very good notes, so if it is in your notes.
I'm thinking of Lady Vanthampur.
Ah, yes.
I don't know who any of these people are.
That's all right.
I can't search my notes because these are all fantasy names and I'm doing them all phonetically.
I know, right?
All right.
Yes, Lovelace.
You find anything, Kidon?
Well, I don't know if this is helpful. This is a travelogue, essentially.
They pick up a curse in some fey wilderness.
Maybe. I don't
This
know
is
much
something
about
they would do.
the troll. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the place. The troll. It's to the north of here, yeah? Like north of Baldur's Gate?
Mm-hmm.
The troll place north of here. Alright. Can I take a look at this padlocked door?
Sure. Going up to the door, it's a padlocked door.
Can I get down on my hands and knees and like stick my face down underneath the door?
Make a perception check as you're trying to look under the door, this tiny crack.
No, that's terrible.
In the dark.
In the dark, yeah. I mean, you have light,
my
but
light.
yeah.
10.
10.
11.
It's really difficult to see through the crack in the door. Let's see if you can make out anything.
I think also while Kidam is doing this, Lovelace is just gonna walk up and start fiddling with the lock.
Okay. Are you gonna try to unlock it?
Yeah, what do I roll for that? What do I remember?
Yes, you roll a dexterity check. Do you have these tools? And are you proficient in them?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you roll a dex check and add your proficiency bonus. And that's
+5. Also a 10.
As you are trying to peer through the door, Kadam, you hear Lovelace's soft little hooves come over. And as you look up, you can see that Lovelace has a lockpick in the padlock.
Okay. All right.
And it is not budging, Lovelace. Lovelace, as you're doing that, you hear the faint sound of hooves behind you.
Behind me?
Just...
That gets my attention.
Okay.
I will stop messing around with this lock, which I was just trying to do to show off to Kidam anyway.
Mm-hmm.
What's behind me?
Do you look?
Yeah, absolutely I do.
You turn around, and Kadam, you don't hear anything. You just see that Lovelace suddenly stops and then looks over her shoulder. And
I think it's Vernier, and I like get up.
Uh-huh. you get up and look, and the room is empty. As you're looking over there, and then Lovelace, you see in the corner by that tapestry a small little centaur, a foal, the head kind of tilted to the side, and it just slowly looks up at you. You recognize the young face as
Yeah, I do.
this foal looks at you and just says, "Help." Make an intelligence saving throw for me.
This was a last session thing.
I know.
This is the
It
last
keeps
session
following
thing.
you.
Okay, that's just a flat D20. Let's go. 17.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, wait, sorry.
I am not happy about this.
Dom, you're fine.
As you look at it, and that voice of this young foal says, "Help," you suddenly just watch it dissolve and turn to like black mist and then disappear.
Lovelace stumbles towards it, like reaching, trying to grasp at these strands. No, come back. And like, it's just mist.
You all right, Lovelace?
You didn't see that?
No. What did you see?
Must have, I don't know, maybe we didn't leave that mining town as behind as we thought.
What did you see?
More illusions. Something, I don't know. It was upsetting.
All right. Those shook you. You look shook again.
I'm shook. I'm gonna go outside, and I don't want to. This room's too small, and Lovelace is gonna stumble out, kind of into the central area again.
As you stumble out into the central area, all the fireflies come back on, illuminating the entire space. You see this huge cylindrical space you're standing in, Lovelace, just illuminate before you. Kadam, you're now standing in the room there. All the fireflies have just turned on around you. You do see that faint glow once more light up from underneath the door that you were just standing at.
Stare at the spot that Lovelace was staring at.
You just see that tapestry sitting there, but nothing else.
What is the tapestry of?
The tapestry depicts the symbol of Candlekeep with the kind of a stylized version of the entire castle itself on it. It seems to be kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a rendition of like daily life within Candlekeep, and in the center of it there's the symbol of Candlekeep, which you have seen before and know what it looks like. I don't have it memorized.
That is just fine. I can make something up in my head.
Yeah, I'll look it up later, but yeah, it's not worth looking up right at this moment.
All right. I'm gonna follow Lovelace.
Okay.
Lovelace is sneaking into the other place, the bindery, to see if just like see what Veneer is doing.
Yeah.
When Veneer thinks that other people aren't watching.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
I'm rolling great so far today. This is another +5. I'm doing better on my flat rolls than I'm doing on my +5s. 22.
22. Nice.
I am able to stop humming while sneaking.
Actually, that's a good point. Are you trying to stop the humming?
Yeah, I think so. While sneaking.
Okay, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. Okay. 20.
You find yourself able to repress the singing. And as you carefully and quietly make your way across the room, you come up to the door and peer inside. Feel free to move your token. Peer inside, and you see that Veneer is sitting at the desk, going through this like ledger, just carefully going through it, and then all the while she's just sitting there going. As this is happening, her shadow, which is being kind of cast across the ground from all the little fireflies in the room, and every once in a while it kind of gets a bit more defined and then slowly subsides as the fireflies seem to almost just be kind of pulsing. You watch as her shadow, as one of those pulses happens and it becomes very defined, it kind of disconnects from her, and it's on the ground as this shape, and it sort of slithers across the ground right up behind her, and you watch as it kind of pulls itself out of the ground, forming this humanoid shape with almost like a veil kind of where the face would be, that just becomes nondescript in its appearance, and it's looming up over her.
Stabby time! I go to the target!
Let's roll an initiative roll as this is happening.
Yeah.
And Kadam, you were walking out into the main area?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll grant you, let's say, do you want to, like, if you want to be halfway across, like there, does that work for you? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you will be surprised, Kadam, because you have no idea what's going on.
No, I do not. I'm concerned, but not panicked.
Okay.
Nathan,
Yes.
when you described, says that Olive and I are switched in our frames.
Oh no! Thank you. Man, I thought I did that. Oh, you know what happened? I know what happened. Anyways, not important. All right.
I got a 20 on my initiative
A
roll.
20. All right. Let
I'm
me
doing
roll.
good.
I rolled horribly. Oh, I forgot to remove our last initiative.
We got some gnolls in here?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
we
hearing?
got some gnolls, some mages, a priest. What did you get, Kadam?
12.
12. Okay. Sorry, that wasn't mocking. I was just.
Oh no, like 12 is entirely respectable.
It is.
And I understand inadvertently copying the sounds that people make around you.
Yeah. All right. So let's actually find out if you are surprised, Kadam. Oh boy, I haven't used these before. I gotta figure out. Should have read about these earlier. Okay,
I
interesting.
love targets.
Yeah, let's just do. I'm just gonna do this. Okay, I believe that will surprise you, Kadam. Yes. Okay, so Lovelace, you do get to act first. Your initiative roll is better than what they had. So what do you run up and stab this thing?
I'm gonna rage. This is a target. They're messing with my head. I'm tired of all these like shadows and cloaks and daggers, so I'm gonna stab them twice with my newly magical short sword.
Okay.
So it's just out of I guess like nowhere. Like there's just this silence and there's this humming. Is like this sharp whistle that just cuts through this tune.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm gonna rage and take 2 swings with my short sword, attacking recklessly.
Go for it.
20 and 22.
Both of those definitely hit, and this is with your. These are both with the magical sword.
These are both with magical sword.
Okay, got it.
20 damage total. Oh, let's actually roll one of these 3s into a 4. Okay.
Okay.
21 damage.
So you strike out with your short sword, and yes, as you said, it makes that whistling sound as the air passes through that hilt that is a viper's face, and it just carves into this strange shadow figure, and there is a little bit of resistance, and you watch as the shadow itself kind of splits and then reforms, and as you come back with the backswing and it turns to look at you, you hear this, you just come back with the backswing and it dissipates and it is destroyed. And as that happens, you hear from behind you, and before you move, out of the bookshelf, you watch as your shadow kind of peels off of it, and this strange, almost, it starts out as a centaur-like shadow, and then it kind of and turns into just a standard like bipedal humanoid that is hovering over you, directly behind you.
God, I don't know if I even like notice it. If it's like behind me, I'm focused on what's going on in this room.
Okay.
So the camera can see it.
Yeah. So you don't even see this. That's fair. We all see
I
this.
love this. It's like the camera was maybe like seeing it from like the angle of inside the room, and like, seeing the shadow inside there. It gets cut in half. You see Lovelace step through, and then rising up behind Lovelace is her own shadow.
Yes, that's awesome. And so if you do step forward, it is going to reach out towards you.
Yeah, I think I'm not paying attention, and I'm stepping into the room.
Do I see this?
Yes, you do. You will see as Lovelace steps into the room. It's very strange.
Do you want to shout or something like before like Lovelace like moves?
I think this is happening because Kadam's surprised. So
cool.
it's happening so fast.
Got it.
Not on my feet.
But it is going to reach out.
It has advantage also.
It has advantage.
It's
okay. It gets a +4. So here we go. 18.
18 will do it.
Okay. You are going to take 2d6, 8 points of necrotic damage.
Necrotic? I do not have damage resistance against that.
Your strength score is reduced by 4.
My strength score.
Your strength
reduced
score
by 4.
Reduced by 4.
Reduced by 4. You're telling me my strength
I'm telling you, the barbarian, that your strength score is reduced by 4.
I see.
What is your strength at?
14.
Okay. As you charge into the room, you feel this thing, this strange, cold, piercing touch wrap around you, and as you pull, you feel this kind of resistance, and as you pull away from its grasp, as it's trying to pull you into an embrace, you stumble forward and you feel your knees give out as you feel all the strength just leave your body, and as you stand up, you feel yourself trembling from this hit. All right. That was its reaction, so you still have your movement.
It's out there with Kidam. I think for this moment, I'm just gonna slam the door and like catch my breath. Kidam can handle themselves for a couple seconds.
Okay.
And then if any like just no, I don't even say something. Just like the shadows.
Yeah, I mean, Veneer wheels around.
My like lungs freeze.
Yeah, Veneer wheels around, wide-eyed, looking at you, a bit taken aback, not understanding exactly what's happening. You just have your weapons out, standing there. But then you watch as her gaze shifts towards that shadow in the doorway, and she goes pale. She is surprised with this round. So is Kadam. I
have closed the door at this point.
Okay, so the door, you've shut it. I will. That is good to know. And then it is their turn. So Kadam.
Because you can definitely shut a shadow out of a door.
Kadam, as you see the door slam shut, losing sight of Lovelace, you see that shadow there, and then you feel a chill run up your spine. You watch as you turn, you see your shadow against the bookcase, and then it kind of distends outward, and it reaches out towards you.
No, thank you.
Okay, let's see here. +4. Oops, wait, that was the wrong dice. I can't believe I did that with digital dice. A 15.
That does not hit.
So the hand reaches past you as you step aside, unable to grab onto you. Lovelace, as you are braced against the door, you watch as from underneath the door, this dark slithers through the tiny little crack and forms up next to you. And it is going to reach towards you.
Yep, didn't think that would work. I
And
don't
it
get an
rolls,
attack of opportunity
it rolls
against
a
it?
natural 1.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you get an attack of opportunity because it's basically moved through your space.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
It rolls a natural 1 though, so it I don't even know.
Nathan,
Yes.
it has advantage.
Thanks. I'm sorry, but it only rolled a 5. So, I think what happens is as it reaches towards you, this spectral, luminescent hand comes out of the wall and actually grabs onto its hand, stopping it short of your face, and then it pulls back. While this is happening, Veneer is standing there looking absolutely horrified, and she is just all right, that brings us to the top of the round. Lovelace.
I don't want to mess it up. Again.
Do it.
Okay, this time... Okay, short sword. My 2 hit and damage has been reduced. Gonna attack recklessly regardless. 13, 19.
Okay, 13, 19. That's on the first hit, or both? Those are both attacks.
Those are the 2 hits.
Those
or
both.
the two
Those
rolls.
those both hit. These
Oh.
things have a really shit armor class.
Exciting.
Holy crap!
20 more damage.
Once more with 2 swift strikes, carving through this thing. It just. Oh, did you reduce the damage because of your strength being reduced?
Yeah, so instead of getting +5 to damage, I get +3 now.
Okay.
I rolled a lot better on damage this time.
Wow, amazing. Yes, still, even with your strength reduced, you carve through this thing and it dissipates.
Okay, let's crack this door open. And yell, Kidam, behind you! As I run as I run across this area. So I got 50 feet of movement. How long is that? That's 30 feet to there. And then
That,
Oh boy,
so
can I-
that is a big, giant stone table.
okay, can I jump over it?
Make an athletics check as you go running. I mean, actually, because you move. Oh, but your strength is 14. Make an athletics check for me, because your strength has been reduced, and that's about a 20 to 15 foot jump. So.
Yeah, and I guess, I mean, yeah, I want to like get at least next to Kidam.
Yeah.
Okay, so athletics is +5 with my reduced. I am still a barbarian. Oh, and this is with advantage because I'm raging.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
23. Advantage was helpful. My first one was a 2.
Oh my god. 23. Yeah, you are able to, despite that trembling in your knees, you come running across the room, leap up, and you kind of catch the lip on the table on the other side, but are able to push off of it and land next to Kadam. All
And
right.
I still have my bonus action.
You do. What can you do anything with your bonus?
Offhand short sword swing. We'll see if a non-magical weapon does anything.
Go for it. Roll your attack.
Cool. This is with advantage still. 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
I'm gonna re-roll a 2 for damage to get a 2 for damage. So
Okay.
4 damage, non-magical.
Non-magical. Okay. Okay. So this time, as your blade passes through it, you see it peels apart and forms back together again. But this time, you didn't really feel any resistance.
Okay.
You see a little bit of the shadows kind of clinging to the blade as you pull through. So it definitely did something, but yeah, was not as potent.
Kidam, I think I found him.
Yep.
What's going on?
There's something.
I
All
took
right.
out 2 in the other room. My shadow and veneers.
You got him already.
Yep.
Alright.
Vernier is going to just. She can't really do much. She just backs into the corner, and you just hear her humming that song, manic, like very panicked, in the corner of that room, watching this happen. Kadam, you're up.
Well, hearing that Lovelace is taking care of the immediate problem in the other room, I'm just gonna toll the dead.
Okay.
So, wisdom save, please.
Yeah. 14.
That fails.
Okay. What kind of damage is this?
Oh, and it's damage. It's damaged, so it does more damage.
Yeah, so this is 2d12 of...
Necrotic, I believe.
Necrotic, yeah.
Okay.
So probably half, but that's alright. Oh gosh. 20 points of necrotic damage.
Oh god.
As you
Oh,
stare at
well.
this thing, your mirror held aloft, and a little glint of light from the firefly catches it, and you watch it just illuminate for a moment this faceless being before you. It just continues to has no effect.
Alright.
So that was your
Don't
action.
stop
My
messing with
action.
that goddamn mirror.
But it's so pretty. Bonus action. Let's do this. No, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that might be the end.
All
So,
right.
my turn.
It is its turn. Let me see how smart this thing is. It's not very. Okay. Yeah, I think it's going to just continue reaching out towards you, Kadam. And it tries to grab onto you. It won't provoke an attack of opportunity, but it'll kind of shift and reach towards you. So, here we go, another +4 to hit. I rolled a 6, so that is a 10.
Nope.
Does not hit you. All right, Lovelace, you're up.
This one's not very good at attacking.
No.
Okay, let's do full-on short sword, advantage. You know the drill.
I do.
13, 23, 25.
Those all hit.
3 H bonus damage. Gonna reroll one of these 3s into a 4, 24 damage.
Oh my god. But some of that is
5
non-magical,
of,
right?
okay, so non-magical, or magical 19,
Okay.
non-magical 5.
You're good. Even, yeah. what does it look like, Lovelace, as you destroy this final shadow that's looming over Kadam?
I think like I noticed that it's like sticking to the blades,
Yeah.
and I start using that to just like kind of like use the flats of the blades instead of the slicing parts because
Oh,
like there's not really anything to slice, just to like get more kind of like um it's like trying to
surface area or something
yeah
like.
surface area, something like that. And like as it's like dispersed and kind of like reforming, Lovelace is just gonna like come down on top of it and like just like start stomping out tiny little pieces that just like go like poof poof.
Yeah.
And like as she kind of like stomps on them, there's these like flashes of like green kind of underworldly energy.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And like then they like the kind of shadows start getting like kind of pulled down underground again.
Yeah, from these
Very cool.
flashes of the kind of almost sickly green, like underworld light, like
Yeah.
pulling the dark shadow into the ground as your hooves onto the wood floor, until eventually the last little bit of shadow, it starts to drift up into the air, and you just see one hand reach up and grab onto it and pull it into the ground. It is destroyed.
We're
There's
near you,
probably
all
more
right?
downstairs. There might be more with the others. If we all
Yeah.
got one, we gotta go.
Veneer is just in the room. I don't know. This has never happened before. And she comes running out of the room to join you. You all want to run
Yeah.
down the hall.
Full speed,
Yeah.
double movement downstairs.
Okay, so running down the long stone
God.
tunnel.
Running down the stairs.
Yeah,
Sorry.
right. You are. That's. You know what?
I'm gonna be slow. I think Hidam and Veneer can get down there
Okay.
before me.
Okay, so you have to carefully, especially with this,
Yeah.
as you start going down the stairs, you feel that drained energy in you, and your legs feeling especially weak, and you get that almost like there's that vertigo feeling where as you're
Yeah.
looking down the stairs, they kind of extend before you as Kadam and
And I
Veneer go
think, like,
running.
Lovelace was probably like leading the pack, but then like stumbles and like catches herself and it's like, go on without me. I'll catch up. I'll be fine.
Yeah. As the two of you get ahead of Lovelace, Kadam and Veneer, you're running down this stone hall, and there's just that one light. The rest of the stone hall, just utter darkness. But you can see up ahead, there is the warm light from the kitchen coming through. You go running down this darkened hallway, past the one remaining light source that's just, and you can see all these little fireflies inside the jar. You manage to get past it and run into the kitchen, and you just see everybody there, all of them, all humming by the stove, kind of keeping their eyes closed, trying to just stay calm, and they all turn with a start and look at you as you come running into the room.
Everyone all right?
Crinkle looks up. Yeah, we're just fine.
All right. We were attacked by our own shadows upstairs.
Cthulhu stands up. You're saying what? Your own shadows?
Do we have shadows again?
You look down. You do see your shadows extending out before you.
All right.
Yes, unfortunately, I just caught the tail end of it. Kadam does not lie. I watched as Lovelace's shadow, and at this point, Lovelace, you're coming down the hall. You can hear the voices coming through the kitchen as you make your way through the stone walkway.
What are the fireflies doing? Like, are they turning off or anything as I pass them this time? Like they did last time?
No, right now they're just ding, 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 kind of flying around in that jar. Yeah. Yeah, your shadows are still connected. And Veneer starts to explain to everybody kind of what happened. And you can see everyone is just like kind of huddling closer together, still humming, their eyebrows starting to furrow as they become more and more anxious in this room. You can hear Gilby kind of holding onto her dad's legs and just like through muffled singing, but there's definitely cries kind of linked together with the crying. There's that singing that is persistent. And as you walk into the room, Lovelace, you see this scene before you.
Now, you may be wondering why I gathered you here. Lovelace kind of like gasps out as she just like limps in.
Renwin actually laughs a little to like that actually breaks the tension a bit. And Crinkle actually looks up at you and goes, this tiny little bird looking up at you.
Veneer, did you notice anything about the fireflies right before that thing showed up?
I did notice how they all turned off.
Yeah.
I was able to find one thing in there just before it happened. It looks as though one of the books that I was actually working on is missing. At least I didn't have time to look thoroughly, but I would have expected it to be on the table there, as it was one of the ones that I was actually getting ready to actively work on a couple days past, maybe 3 days ago, and I didn't see it there readily. So it could have been misplaced. I'm not sure, but there was at least one book unaccounted for in the brief moment I had before apparently my shadow tried to kill me. I'm sorry. Appropriately enough, the book is called Shemshine's Bedtime Rhyme.
All right.
I have never heard of it before.
I look around the room. Has anyone else heard of this? Or seen it around?
Going around, Cthulhu, I've just been reading books on folklore. I've never heard of this. Ebder, no, I have been trying to focus on the tasks that Veneer has given me, and I was trying to repair the travel log in the other room. Crinkle looks up. Just been washing. Galeby.
Can I make a general insight check just to see if anyone, for any reason, might be lying?
Sure. Go ahead and make an insight check.
Oh dear. 12.
12. Looking over, just everyone's afraid and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You do catch Crinkle. The feathers kind of puff up for a moment and then pull back on the head. And you also see Galeby, like, just faintly. She looks right up at Crinkle and then kind of goes over to Crinkle for a moment and just gives Crinkle a hug as Crinkle kind of scoops her up and is patting her on the back. And you watch the feathers once more kind of and pull back in. So it's, I don't know how well you can read Kenku, but, there's...
It's not the easiest, but...
Yeah.
All right.
But she seemed to do that when you asked her about it. That was the first time it happened, and then when she kind of went over to comfort Galeby, it happened once more, and Galeby is just kind of there holding Crinkle.
All right.
Cthulhu speaks up. Um, I don't like this. I don't like being in here. I, I miss, I'm, I'm feeling a bit trapped, Veneer. This is making me, I understand, but you must try to remain calm. Everyone upstairs is working hard, trying to get us out of this mess.
I'm gonna cast Locate Object for Shemsham's bedtime rhyme.
Okay.
And that's a wrap, folks.
What is the? Can you read the specifics of that for me?
Yeah,
Please?
it's a 1,000-foot radius.
Okay.
I describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You can decide whether it is familiar to me or not.
Okay.
I sense the direction to that object's location as long as the object is within 1,000 feet. If the object is in motion, I know the direction of its movement. Oh. It can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Oh, alright. Alternatively, it can locate the nearest object of a particular kind. So it's the nearest kind of apparel jewelry.
Bedtime storybook.
I mean, you have a title of. I'm assuming you're searching for the title of that book.
Yeah, I could get a physical description of it from.
And does it? You sense the direction of the. Okay. Oh, do you want to ask for a?
That would be useful. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Who do you ask?
Veneer.
Okay.
She's the one who's been doing stuff with it.
Okay. Let's see. If I remember, it was a bit of a mechanical curiosity, really. The cover was made of wood and copper, and it bared a faded, hand-painted rendering of this round millstone. The book was square, which was another oddity of it. Rather large, 18 inches. And it in its spine, it appeared to have like brass and metal contraption on the side. I never opened it, so I don't know what's on the inside. But it had this kind of brass plate on the back with all these little holes within it, and it seemed like maybe there was some sort of mechanical nature about the book. Okay, so you want to cast
Locate object. Let's see if it works.
Okay. You cast the spell, and you get a sense of something pinging on that, like whatever. I don't know what this is. This a feeling? Do you think you see something?
I've done this once before, actually, also with a book.
Yeah.
You ever had a sensation of just knowing that there's something there? Like, you sense a presence in a room even though you don't necessarily know someone's there, and you turn around and, oh, yeah, there's...
The experience I've had, my personal experience is that sense of knowing where the ocean is, like just always knowing where the ocean is. Like I just kind of have, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's just maybe that constant, maybe it's my anxiety, I don't know. But it's just like always kind of being aware of like the direction of where the ocean is. I think it's, and what you're describing too, of like sensing that there's someone in the room. So you suddenly get this pull, this sensation, and knowing that the thing that you are seeking is directly to the east of you.
All right. Well, I will start heading east.
As you finish casting the spell.
What does casting it look like also?
Yeah.
Is it you're doing another like street magic sort of thing? Is it a divining rod sort of situation?
No, this is a little bit more Kadam like. I pull out my mirror again, and I like hold it up and start looking all around the room through the mirror.
Yeah, and I think it's like you feel like a pull on your arm that guides you, and you see through the mirror the open doorway leading to the east. And as you finish casting the spell and lower it, having that strong sense of where it is behind you, and you turn to start walking, you all hear this low, forgive me, I'm going to do my best, but you hear this low baritone voice coming down the hall. It is from the darkened hallway that you just came down with that one singular light source of the fireflies. And as it's singing, the song that comes through, it's as if you know the words before they are even said. And you hear, it's a bit faint and muffled, but nevertheless you hear it echoing down the hall. All right, I'm going to do my best here. I got to take one of these headphones off so I can hear myself. Forgive me, everyone, if this, yeah.
You're good, my dude.
Let's see. See a mother scything wheat, forgotten husband sleeping near. With one swing she took his feet, with another took his ear. See a dog that knows how to heal, never heeds. Oops, it's my thing. Never heeds plea nor command. Mother gave it tasty meal. Dog chose instead to eat her hand. See a son who does his chores, washing clothes for folk in town. Fell into the river's roar, sank to the bottom, then he drowned. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshine, Shemshine, causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshine, Shemshine. And the song repeats, just echoing down that hall.
Oh boy. Do I see anything with my light that I still have up?
You hold it up, having it light illuminate that stone hall. Everybody else has pulled back into the room and pushed themselves against the wall in the kitchen. And you're starting to hear disparate voices in the room singing it with the lyrics. Make a perception check as you hold the light out into the hallway.
8. Hold on, nope. Perception. 15.
You peer down the hallway and you just see darkness, and then that one light source, and then continuation of darkness. But the singing, it's coming from the large room you were just in, or at least somewhere in that vicinity.
I will head towards the book.
And
Okay.
I will guard the door. Be like,
Okay.
I'll guard this hallway. Come back
Oh.
soon. Okay?
All right. So, Kadam, you... What was that, Kadam?
Could you come with me?
Manfred, Renwin, bar this door.
Yeah.
We'll be back as soon as we can.
Manfred and Renwin go up to the door, close it.
I just saw the shadow come underneath the last door. This is to make them feel better.
You're saying this as you're walking towards...
Just completely like under her breath as we walk
Yeah.
out.
Okay. Um. Okay. As you leave, both of you do notice Crinkle still comforting Gelby. Just watch you as you leave. You feel that ping coming from this to the east, Kadam, at the end of the hall.
How are the fireflies doing, Nathan?
Yeah, good question.
How are the fireflies doing?
They're doing fine.
Oh, that's good.
Um, okay. You get to the end of the hall with the door there before you, and it is coming. It's now actually coming kind of to the north. You feel it pulling directly to the north of you.
All right. Well.
And
what
now
is
it's it's kind of back, like you're starting to kind of go past it, so it's sort of like in
Do I feel it like here?
no, it's in the room adjacent.
Whose room is that again? Remind me.
That is Ebder's room, directly to the north.
Where's the door?
Oh,
Where's the door to Edgar's room?
I'm sorry.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah. And looking into Ebder's room, you see that it's a pretty tidy little room with a desk, and there's like a small table. And now the ping is pulling you directly to the east once more. But as you step into the room, some of the books resting on his desk start to, and they come flying off the desk straight at you. Make a dex save for me, Kadam.
8.
Okay. One of them clocks you right in the head, and you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
That's rude.
And and then it just falls to the ground.
I'm gonna keep going for that book.
Okay. Yeah, you start to search, and there's just that small table there, and it seems like the presence is coming from like beyond the wall that's there.
Start looking for like a cupboard or a secret.
Okay, make a perception check.
Oh dear.
12. Yeah, you just see the stone wall and the books and the table there, but there's nothing that looks like a little hideaway or a secret entrance. But you can still sense it.
Lovelace, it's in here somewhere.
That's a wall, Kadam.
Yep, I know.
Okay, stand back.
I'm gonna essentially switch places with Lovelace. So
Okay.
that I'm keeping an eye in the corridor now.
Okay.
Let's I guess like do a mule kick.
Okay. On the stone wall?
Candlekeep, take down the wall.
Roll an athletics check.
With my reduced strength is a 16.
16. The stone cracks with a loud sound, but there is no, as your feet pull away, you don't see any crack marks or anything, like nothing, no damage. This is a sturdy stone wall. You try a couple more times, slamming into it with your hooves, and honestly, your hooves, you're feeling that like impact go up through your legs, and your legs are feeling a bit numb and pained.
It ain't easy. Maybe I could take a look. Maybe it is some kind of like thieves.
Just make a either investigation or perception check.
I will do perception. Is there some kind of background thievery thing?
I don't know. It would say if you have,
Probably not. Like,
in your criminal background.
yeah,
I
I
don't
guess not.
think so. Like, you don't have thieves' can't, right?
Yeah, I don't. Okay. Just flat roll then. That's a bad one.
Oh my, the witch dice got all turned around. A nat 1.
Yeah, scroll up to the top.
There
On
it
the
is.
chart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a stone wall. You don't see anything.
This appears to be a wall.
But you.
Well, there's a book in it. Can I
Yep.
investigate from the other side of the wall? Like the hallway here?
Sure. Make a perception check.
Let's roll higher than a 7. That's higher than a 7. 22.
You don't see any signs of a secret entrance on this side either. You do hear a sound coming from down the hall, and you look and you can see that Crinkle right now is just kind of leaning against the wall where the threshold to the kitchen is, and just watching you. And you can see her feathers every once in a while kind of puff up. She's looking down the hallway at you.
Crinkle, do you know where this book is?
No, my dear, I've never seen a book like that.
All right. Well, you know this place better than me. Could you come help look?
Very well. She comes trotting down the hall up next to you.
Anything here or in Ebder's room? I'm feeling it through the wall here.
She just kind of gets down and starts tracing along the stonework. I see nothing.
Inside, then.
Inside where?
Ebder's room. Crinkle.
Which room? Oh,
Ebder's room.
right, yes. And Crinkle will push past Lovelace, and you can hear her rummaging around.
Inside.
Lovelace is gonna, while Crinkle is doing that, like look at this book that clocked Kidam in the face.
Okay.
Like, on the ground. Is there something weird about this book? What's going on with that?
You pick it up and look at it. It's some kind of romance novel.
Does Ebner read romance novels and doesn't want folks knowing about it? I think Lovelace just puts it back on the desk.
Okay, so you kind of go back in and set it down gently. Crinkle is, carefully looking at the walls, but eventually turns around. Sorry, nothing.
I kind of squat down so I'm eye level with her. Crinkle, I believe you know a little bit more than you're letting on. I ain't angry. I'm just confused, and I would like your help. Do you know what's going on here?
See your mother sighing. Wait. No. Make a persuasion check for me.
Can I be? Is this a time when being a big intimidating spear lady would help?
I mean, you could make it an intimidation roll if you're going to stand up next to Kadam. If you're trying to be intimidating. Are you
I
trying
guess
to?
like
Uh-huh.
I want to like look to Kidam for a cue to be like, do you want backup in this, or are you trying to do one of those heart to hearts?
Uh, I don't know how to communicate. I'm up for good cop, bad cop with my back.
Do you
Okay, well, I think like if I can't
raise
make
an
eye
eyebrow?
contact, if Dom doesn't like look back at
Okay. Yeah.
Lovelace at all, like Lovelace isn't gonna
Okay.
interfere.
Okay.
All right. Well, I rolled a 9.
Yeah.
Is that 9 total?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, dear. I don't know. I wasn't anywhere I was supposed to be. I promise.
Yeah. Should we talk to Gilby?
Might be good.
All right.
Um.
Stand back up.
Okay. As you stand up and get ready to head back, you hear Cthulhu let out like a almost yowl scream, and a commotion happening inside, and kind of a scuffle as people are. And you can see at the end of the hall with the open door as she pulls Momfred aside, and Momfred just kind of stands back with his hands up, just like, I'm not getting involved. And you can hear Veneer shouting, Cthulhu, no, please do not. And you watch as she tears the door open, and Veneer reaches out to try to grab her, and Cthulhu just starts with like immense speed running down the hall. What do the two of you do?
I mean, does Cthulhu look like she is running from something or running towards something?
Running towards something, and like running out of the room back towards that main central chamber, and Veneer is trying to keep up, running like running out of the room as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, follow her.
Yeah. I think run in there. Yo, Manfred, Ebder's room, east side. Ask them about it. Try to find the door. It's through the books is through the wall somehow.
Yeah, all right. I'll take a look as Veneer is running down the hall.
Yeah.
We don't have to go square by square for this. Basically, as you go sprinting down the hall, Manfred and Renwin peel off and head towards Ebder's room. You hear Gelby starting to cry once more as Crinkle comes scurrying into the room and kind of starts comforting her with Ebder there at her side. And they're both just making soft, like, cooing sounds. You can see Veneer up ahead running down this stone hall. Cthulhu, please! And Cthulhu is just out of sight up the stairs. As you pursue, you can see the Cthulhu, as you come out into that main central hall, you hear her running up the spiral staircase to the top, Veneer following behind. If you keep following, you run up that spiral staircase and get to the top, and you can see Veneer is now at the base of the second set of stairs leading up to that ladder that goes to the hatch, looking up, pleading with Cthulhu, who Cthulhu is up there at the hatch, trying to, like, you see that she has what look to be, you recognize as like a small set of like thieves' tools that she's desperately trying to put into the lock, and she, I need to get out of here. I cannot stay in here any longer. That song is in my head constantly, and I'm surrounded by all of you and these walls. I can't do it anymore. And Veneer is pleading with her to come down. What do the two of you do as you get to the top of the stairs and you see her up there at the hatch?
Lovelace will just bodily haul her down, I think.
Okay.
Lovelace is strong enough.
You're gonna run over there and try to pull her down?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's...
This ain't a talking sense into folks situation. Kidam can de-escalate after we've maintained quarantine.
Okay. So, Lovelace, you go striding up to Cthulhu, who's up there on this like small flight of stairs, up on a ladder. Go ahead and make an athletics check as you try to go and grab onto her.
Okay, I will do that thing. 24.
Wow. Okay. She's probably not going to beat that. Nope. You like climb up on these stairs as she's backing up against the ladder, looking at you. I have to get out of here. I can't be in here. And you grab onto her legs. She starts squirming, trying to get out, and you watch as her like paw-like hands suddenly, these claws come out, and she's going to scratch at you.
Yeah.
Which probably won't do much to you. Forgive me, there's like a million things I have to. Here we go. No, she just starts scratching at you, but the claws, they kind of cut into your flesh, like definitely leaving scratch marks, but these are not fatal by any means. They're just very unpleasant as she's scratching at you. Please, lovely, stop! You have to.
And I think I just try to like grapple her in a way that like she can't hurt either me or herself. I'm like, Kidam, could use some de-escalation.
Yeah, I will step up here. I'm running out of spell slots.
Try using your many years as a calming person. I don't know.
I will go up to Cthulhu. Cthulhu, it makes nothing but sense that you want to leave. This is scary. I see that you are feeling trapped. We are almost done with this. We are very close to finishing. Would it help to have something to do instead of just waiting in a room?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me as you are trying to calm her down.
All right, fine. That's fine.
What'd you get?
I saw you talk down a troll, Kidam. You can do this.
That's 17.
Her ears flatten, her tail all bushed up as Lovelace is just squeezing her legs that are moving. Kidam, as she is starting to calm down, there is a sudden, like, piercing pain in your head, and you feel your arm starting to be wrenched towards Cthulhu, and you feel this sudden, like, violence and anger that just flares up in your head, and you want to hit her. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Really? Sorry.
What?
I'm so scared.
25.
Oh my god.
It leaves. I could use something to keep me preoccupied, please. What do you have in mind?
Yeah. We're looking for this book. I think I still have concentration up.
The last 10 minutes, right?
10 minutes. Yeah, and it is concentration. If you could help us figure out where exactly this book is, and if we could get to it, that very well may help.
Yes, I'll do everything I can. Yes, of course. And as all this is happening, that low baritone voice is still singing and just emanating up from the bottom. Now you can hear it coming up through that central balcony area with the big book sculptures. It's just resonating in this circular chamber.
Can we see? Like, is there a person?
You look over the railing and you just see that circular chamber below empty. I'll give this to you because of that really the pretty high. You rolled like, I think it was like a 20 or something, 21. You take a moment trying to pinpoint where this is coming from, and the sound is coming from the scriptorium. You can hear it coming through that open doorway. And as all of you stand there, Cthulhu singing along with the baritone voice below, Veneer as well singing to it, and you stand at the balcony looking down with the fireflies periodically. We are going to end tonight's session there with the low baritone voice continuing to sing.
Oh.
Yikes. That's a yikes from me.
Well, yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is fun. I hope to see you all next week, and we'll see what happens next time in Candlekeep as you deal with Shemshine's bedtime rhyme. Also, thanks for bearing with me while I attempted to sing there.
Wait, that was so good, Nathan.
Bearing with you, Nathan.
It was. Thank you. There was definitely some moments where I went off key, and I was like, but thank you. But anyways, it's a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See you all next week. Oh. Yes. Thank you, Adam 5, for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it. Hope to see you next week. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.